Hello and welcome back here to OCAA basketball on Mohawk TV. I'm Cody Lake, joined by Wes Linwood, filling in for Steve Baxter today. And Wes, we are here with the male portion of this feature. We're really excited here. Lamar Barr looking to have a hot game tonight. Looking to also have a hot game, CJ Bennett. We're going to touch with that. But right now, we're going to get to the action. I can hear you.
Hey, we got the sound.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, CJ Bennett, 219 points on the season. So he's been really big so far. We got Lamar Barr with 173 points. Not quite 219, but CJ Bennett, player of the week, hard to keep up with. CJ Bennett is going to be a huge part of this offense tonight. We can hope for him. I'm not quite sure why we keep going on and off of us here, Wes. I don't think the people of the world want to see our faces.
I know they don't want to see my face.
I know they don't want to see your face. I know that one's a given.
I don't want to see my face.
No, but CJ Bennett, player of the week, and he's been strong on a team that is strong. Humber, just as strong as their girls, undefeated for years now. So they're gonna be very excited. They're gonna bring high intensity. We actually talked to the coaches before the game, and Humber's coach had something interesting to say, didn't he, Wes?
Yeah, he had some solid strategy of get more points than the other team and put the orange thing in the basket more times.
Yeah, and
I don't think there's any more solid
I wish I was kidding, man. Like, I really wish I was kidding, but
Yeah,
that's what he told us, and he wasn't. I'm not sure if he didn't really want to give away his game plan or if he really just believes in his team that much.
Nah, man, we're totally spies.
Yeah, definitely. You look on the other side of the court. You're going to be Mohawk. When we talked to Mohawk's coach, he said rebounds are going to be extremely important. And rebounds are always important, but he's going to be taken serious this game because Humber has a very, very strong rebounding team. They get a lot of boards, and if they can actually put that down, get that number down, and actually beat them in the rebounding game tonight, then that's going to be huge for them. Aside from that, he really thinks that he wants to slow down this game. And obviously, he mentioned to me that the points have been difficult to come by this season, so they're going to hope to get that going here tonight. But as I'm talking, the game is underway, and Lamar Barr comes down with the board after the miss by Humber. He passes that one off. Jordan Martin and Frank Benet both missing this game for Mohawk, as that one's also put up for Humber, but no good on the first two tries of the contest here. That one's Kalura. He moves that one in. And the miss by Benet. He actually is back in the lineup here tonight. I was mistaken whenever I said that. Missed the last couple games, though. He has him scratched down on my lineup, but he seems to be healthy. And that one's going to be good.
First basket of the game is a three.
Yeah, for John Dalmage. John Dalmage, huge point there. Grabbing the three basket to start this game off. Lamar Barr brings that one in. The drive. And he gives a little flagrancy there and grabs the foul. Lamar Barr looking to get Mohawk on the board here as shoots the first two free throws of the game. And the first one's good from Lamar. The Hamilton, Ontario native loves playing for his hometown team and is definitely the star of these Mohawk Mountaineers. And no good on the second there as he goes 1 for 2 from the line. This one moved up quickly now.
Missed that 3 opportunity there.
Back into the action here. 7 seconds. He puts one up. And Benet comes down with the rebound. Sorry, that was not Benet. That was Makuna. Makuna gives that one over to Kalura and gets it back to himself. And he drains the 3 with the hand in his face. Emmanuel Makuna. Mohawk grabs the lead here. 4-3 as it's early.
And Mohawk picks up a foul.
Yeah, so that's going to be a defensive foul there as they're going to get up to the line here. Humber's going to be shooting their first free throws of the game. Kerwin Elvis will be shooting that one. Mohawk puts that one up. It goes around the world and sinks. There's Irwin.
A nice little behind the head basket there.
And that one was real nice there by Kerwin. So he grabs another 2 points, and he's been real hot to start this game. Here comes Rommel Kalira. He passes that off to Barr. Barr gets that one tipped away from him. Steal here. Muhammad grabs that one but loses the ball. This one's passed off to Makuna now. Feeds Lamar Barr. Lamar Barr goes for the 3. No good from Barr on that one. Muhammad passes this one up. He's got Bennett, who feeds Trench, and Trench misses that one. Lamar Barr gets the rebound, and they'll be moving back up court now. Lamar Barr moves into half and slows the game down a little bit. That one's given off to Kalura now, and Kalura feeds it off to Frank Benet. Benet gives it back to Kalura, but he misses the 3 there, and Humber comes down with that one. Here comes Muhammad. And an alley-oop pass to Kerwin Elvis, and a nice finish there.
What a nice little spin alley-oop that was.
And that's an indication of this type of style they're going to be playing with tonight. You're going to expect a lot of beautiful plays from this Humber squad. Lamar Barr here, though.
Humber doubling up on Mohawk so far.
Yeah, and even though it was 4-3 at one point, now it's 12-6 for Humber.
Still have about half the quarter left, though.
Benet getting called on that one with the charge. So it will be Humber ball. Lenters, Dos Santos, and a couple others here coming on for Mohawk as they get an almost brand new look other than Kalura. That one fed inside. And they easily get the rebound there as he fights for that one. Here comes Muhammad, works his way in and puts up the finger roll for the easy 2 points on the layup. 14-6 now for Humber. So here comes Santos. Santos works the ball around now. He's kept it. He tries to. He tried to feed Calero there, but he just couldn't seem to get to it. And Muhammad will come off here.
Mohawk will call a timeout.
Yeah, Mohawk's going to take a little breather there after kind of letting everything slip away real early in this game. And that's the last thing you want to do, is to give up an early deficit that you can't come back from. Humber just jumped on them there. And every mistake, as you take a look here on some of those points that were given aside, the around the world there that just dropped. And that's an easy. If we're going to get, that's the alley-oop right there. I was hoping we were going to get a look at that one. That was so nice. That's the first alley-oop I've seen this season. But I feel like watching the Humber Hawks, it won't be the last one I see. You can get Brian Jonker there. And now over to Patrick O and the Humber Hawks. As just like his female coach counterpart, he's definitely enjoyed some success. Not 7, but 8 years he's spent with the Humber Hawks. So, though in those 8 years, they've spent 4 or 5 undefeated. So, can't be too upset with the results you're grabbing from your 2 head coaches and from your team, if you're Humber, anyways. And the nice little lay-in there for Humber. Santos will grab this and take it back. Passes it off to Lenters, feeds it into the inside. And a nice little point play there for number 11, Achanwa on Mohawk. And Lenters with the rebound. But this one ends up going to Mohawk. Yes, it is Mohawk.
After a push.
Here comes Santos moving this thing really quickly. So he feeds it to the outside. And no good on the 3. So he feeds it back to Santos. They're looking for the 3 ball here, but I don't think they need to force it quite like they have been. There you go. That's a little bit better of a look. There's Calero hitting that one. Nice stuff. It's 2 nice blocks by Mohawk there. They get the ball back up to Santos. He's looking down court. Head coach Brian Jogger calling for the screen here. Doesn't seem to quite work as Santos can't get away, but Lenters is going to put up the shot and just misses it there. But they get the shot clock they get it back and get the shot clock recalculated here. So they get another 7 seconds. They get it back again. Another shot clock extends. They go for the 4th shot. Moved it to the inside here for Humber. Goes for the jump shot, and the jump shot is no problem there.
Jumps that nice little shot.
Nathaniel Nelson hitting that one.
Humber leading Mohawk by 8 now.
Oh, nice little Euro step. Gets around him and lays it in. Beautiful play by Jordan Francis there for Humber. And we come right back
Nice little drive in return there.
That was Calero coming right back with his own 2 points. Oh, looks for the 3. No good there. Oh, but the putback by Achonwa? I believe Mohawk just put that one in their own net. No, he didn't. He get the foul call, though. Lamar Barr inbounds this one now to Santos after he goes 2 for 2 on the free throws. Or sorry, just 1 for 1 on the and 1. And that was a real nice play. As they get the offense has really been rolling here, both sides. 23-14 with just under a minute left here in the first quarter. It's no good there on the 3. Let me a jump ball going the other way. Mohawk basketball here. As the press is on, but he finds Achonwa anyways, or sorry, Calero. Calero looking around, swings the ball over to Lenters. Lenters striding in with the big spin move, and he lays that in. The big man showing a little bit of finesse there.
6'7", like what a monster that guy is.
A monster, and you haven't had the opportunity to see him play quite as much as I have, Wes, but he is the perfect mix of size, speed, and strength, you know? Speaking of size, speed, and strength, Lamar Bard just put that one in. So 2 back-to-back really nice lay-ins for Mohawk as they pull within 5 here to end this first quarter.
Had a nice beauty little spinorama.
Yeah, 2 back-to-back spinoramas.
But Mohawk gets a holding foul called against him.
Yeah.
As he grabbed the back of his jersey as he was trying to spin away from him.
And I believe he's going to, if this puts Mohawk into bonus, then this will just be a free opportunity. No, it won't quite be into bonus. That is their 4th foul of the first quarter. And they get the over and back call. Just slips up there, gets half his foot over that center line. Good pressure there by Santos to force him over. 3.4 seconds left here remaining. Let's see if they can get one up. They'll have to be looking real close. Lenter's going to have to put it up. He gets it up, but it's no good. Tried to aim for the buzzer beater, but no luck on that one. Lenter's just brimmed it. End of the first quarter here. 23-18 Humber leads over the Mohawk Mountaineers. So we check out how we got there.
Nice little spinner we just saw there.
Yeah, one of the few nice little plays that were in that quarter.
That's the alley-oop.
That was the alley-oop. That was probably my favorite play of the quarter right there. It was just so beautiful and so crisp. Humber having a lot of fast break points, and the strategy so far of Brian Jonker's strategy of slowing the game down really hasn't worked because it's been really back and forth.
No, it's been a very fast-paced back-and-forth game. Mohawk's still in and they're only down 5 points. Still a very close game.
Oh, definitely within shooting distance.
Especially considering that's only the end of the first quarter. They've still got so much time to go.
But Mohawk's going to have to step it up because so far the skill level has seemed like they were on 2 different strengths. Kerwin Elvis having a big quarter there, going 3 for 3, including the big alley-oop. And he had 1 big free throw as well in that, grabbing him 7 points in the first frame. On the other side of the ball, Calero grabbing 3 for 3 as well. He got 6 points in that first quarter. So there's 2 guys looking that they're shooting pretty hot here. And as we look at the boards, which was one of the biggest things for Brian Jonker and the Mohawks, the Mohawk Mountaineers. As we looked at Mohawk there, it kind of threw me off. They're down here in total rebounds, 11-8. Humber out-rebounding them, so they're going to have to try and switch that stat around if they want to have a chance to come back here.
Yeah, they're going to have to take the majority of the rebounds here in this next quarter to be able to even this up. Second quarter, starting back up here.
Yeah, and a Humber shooting over 50% from the field in that first frame, so they're feeling it so far to start the game.
And they get a tripping foul, I believe.
Humber gets the ball in here, and an easy lay in there for number 14, Byron Trench. There's Makuna as he gets it back with the give and go. He puts that one up, but it's no good as Humber comes down with the rebound. Humber moving it back up the court here. Goes for their own three, and they also miss. So back-to-back misses here for Humber and Mohawk. Lamar Barr, he gets it, and he goes for a three. What is going on here? Both these teams just shooting for the stars as he misses that one.
Nobody connecting.
And a huge block there. Benet grabbing that one. Stuffing him, but now Humber will retain possession. Goes up, no good. Mohawk comes down with that one. Lenters grabbed the rebound. Here comes here comes Kalura. Over to Lenters now. Lenters goes for the big three, no good. And Lenters with the offensive rebound out of nowhere. And he's gonna get 2 for his opportunity here. Kenny Ejim taking the foul there. Haven't seen a whole lot of CJ Bennett so far here tonight. Player of the week, and possibly one of the better players in this male division. He's only gone 1 for 3, 0 for 1 from the three-point marker, so he hasn't had a whole lot to talk about so far. 3 total rebounds, though, so far in the first quarter, so that was a pretty nice stat. And no good there. Patrick looking for the foul there, head coach of the Humber Hawks, but he doesn't get it. This one's Kalura. Kalura with the open three, but he can't seem to hit it as Mohawk just can't seem to get lucky here with the deep balls in this quarter. Sees Muhammad, so Muhammad carries this one, feeds it in. Back out. Oh, nice little move there on the quick pass, and goes under the net with the finger roll. CJ Bennett grabbing his second basket of the game.
Nice little layup there.
And fighting for that one is bodies. Lots of pushing and shoving going on now with no call on the play at all, though. Now there'll be a call, though. Kerwin Elvis grabbing the foul there as Lamar Barr will inbound this one. That one was inbounded to Kalura. He calls for the screen. Can't seem to get around, but he ends up getting around. Puts that one off the high backboard and sinks it. Here comes Muhammad bringing that back now. 27-20 now for the Humber Hawks. Oh, goes for the layup, but no good. Kalura coming back with this one now. Trying to make it 2 in a row, but he sees Benet. Benet takes his time, lets it go, and no good there. But they get the offensive board. Kalura, after Lenters passes it out to him, and they'll settle back down. 7 seconds left on the shot clock here. Benet goes up for it. They get a shot off. But Humber will come down with that one as CJ Bennett gets the board and passes it off. Quick assist there as he sees Kenny Ejim, and Ejim doesn't miss.
What a big drive that was.
And they were going to go for the alley-oop there, but they decided better not and got the easy 2 points there after number 12, Emmanuel Makuna, grabbed that pass. Oh, a nice little pass there. They're going to try it again, and they need to stop with the fancy play here. After Humber had that alley-oop in the first, it's kind of put a little stumble on them. I think they want to come back with their own to try and get them back in this game, but they're trying to force things that just aren't there.
You can't make something happen that just isn't there. It just doesn't end up working out as we've seen so far.
No, well, in the first quarter and into the second, it's forcing the three-pointers. And then on those last two possessions, they try to force an alley-oop.
It's just.
It didn't hurt them the first time, but it sure hurt them the second time. That was ugly.
And now they're down 9.
You should have took that pass, actually. You could have probably made a little bit better pass than that.
Maybe.
31-22 here, Humber over Mohawk in the second quarter. 5:58 remaining in the half. It's John Dolmage will come on here. Muhammad with the full court press. Santos gets it anyways. He sets up the plays. And Calero couldn't seem to hang on there as he bumped into the referee and bobbled the ball out of bounds. CJ Bennett inbounds this one to Muhammad. He sees Kerwin Elvis, gets back to Muhammad. Elvis calls for the ball. Doesn't get it though, as Mohawk comes down with that one. Up to Lamar Barr as he springs forward. He drives to the net, but can't seem to come down with that one. Oh. And that's a warning to Coach Brian Jonker after Kerwin Elvis got smacked in the face, but then proceeded to do push-ups while getting up from being on the ground. Anyways, he drew the foul.
Clearly wasn't too hurt.
Clearly wasn't too hurt, but he was probably just proud of that he got the call. Inbound to Muhammad here. Muhammad finds the inside man. Flings it back out to Ejim. Ejim goes in for it. No good there. As he complains that he was looking for the foul call there. I'm surprised he didn't get one. But it doesn't matter anyways as Humber gets the ball back and Muhammad inbounds that one. Ejim to Bennett, back to Muhammad, and Muhammad gets the lay-in. Nice drive there from the little guy. Santos wasting little time getting it back up court. Finds Lamar Barr, who finds John Dolmage, but Dolmage can't seem to let that one drop. Muhammad comes back here. That was Nelson with the miss there. Lamar Barr passes this one up to Santos as Mohawk comes back down. Big man Dolmage goes for the three. Can't seem to hit that one. Santos was trying to grab that one, but just couldn't get a handle on it. It will go out of bounds. And
yeah, we gotta fix it.
And it will be Mohawk basketball as Santos will be inbounding it here. And he does inbound it. He gets the ball back now as he looks for the screen. Gets the screen, gets around the man, puts it up, and grabs the contact. Cathcart not happy with that play on Humber, but Neil Santos will go up to the line for two.
Humber, 11 points up on Mohawk right now.
Yeah, and just one of those moments where you didn't really know where, well, a little bit different than the female game, I'd say. The female game was like all of a sudden they were up, and you didn't really know how you got there. In the male game, you know exactly how they got there. Mohawk trying to force the three-point shots, and Humber isn't forcing the three-point shots. It's a pretty simple
You just can't force it,
recipe
man.
there. You can't force anything in this game. You really can't. This one's inbounded to Muhammad. He feeds that one up. CJ Bennett takes this one. Feeds it back to Muhammad. Gets that one over. They see CJ Bennett. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Feeds that one over to Ejim. Ejim goes for the 3. No good there.
A lot of missed threes so far today.
A lot. Everyone's been trying to hit from downtown, and it hasn't really been working out.
And downtown
Screen.
just isn't the place to be.
Kalura calls for the screen. Grabs it over to Santos. Goes up and in there as Achonwa grabbed that one. Got the easy 2 points. And the hard foul there. Offensive foul there on Muhammad. He laid the shoulder into Santos, and Santos took the hard foul. Game possession here for Mohawk. But with that, Muhammad will take it off court. Coming on in relief will be Jordan Rose. Jordan Rose a little bit taller of a player, maybe getting this matchup advantage on Santos. This one over to Kalura. Tries to find Dolmich. Dolmich goes to throw it up for the alley-oop. And that one's going to be a foul call. I believe that one's going to be, called.
For a body. Big old body check.
Yep. John Dolmich would be sent to the line here with the opportunity for 2. So nice play of drawing the contact there on the alley-oop attempt.
Another big man, 6'7".
Yeah, one of the bigger men on the court here going for 2 for 2, and he makes 2 for 2 here. Hits his first 2 free throws of the game. Jordan Rose passes that one off to CJ Bennett. He gets it back now. Rose has it over to the side. Looks inside, and a foul call now.
A hold.
So it will be Humber ball as Daquan Caskert takes this one in. Gives it to CJ Bennett, who goes up for it and is fouled hard. So he'll make 2 shots to the line now. CJ Bennett goes for the first one here and sinks that one rather easily. The Brampton, Ontario product. 6'3", overall real good player as he makes the second one.
Humber has 5 fouls now this quarter so far.
Yes, and so that means they're into bonus. That means any type of foul that Mohawk can get Humber to commit, it will allow them to shoot from the free throw line. Dolmich puts that one up, but no luck from the big man. And now both coaches just in complete disbelief. It seems as though it wouldn't matter what the call was.
Nobody's happy.
Neither of these guys are going to be happy.
Sometimes when you're the stripes, you just can't win.
No. Gives that one off to Daquan Caskart. Finds Rose. Rose finds Bennett. Bennett has a nice little pass there to get it back to Caskart. Finds Rose now. They're swinging it around really nice here. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Puts one up. And Mohawk comes down with the rebound after the miss. Achona over to Akira. They're calling that a holding call now. That means Dolmich will head to the line to shoot 2. And he misses the first one. after going perfect on his last trip to the line just about a minute ago. Looks to make it 1 for 2. And he does. 35-28.
Mohawk close the gap a little bit.
Closing the gap to an amount of 7 now. But Humber, they haven't allowed them to get into that 2-possession game yet. So until they get to that point, I don't really want to feel as though the comeback has started. They're definitely going to have to get Mohawk's going to have to get some motivation going. They're going to want to do it. And this might help them with the double team. They block CJ Bennett. I'm not sure quite why that wasn't a travel. I'm guessing he put it off the hand and grabbed it back.
Had to have been something we didn't see.
Yeah, I think he hit it. I think it got blocked and he grabbed it back. Here comes Kalura. Works his way inside. No good there. As that one finds Cathcart right there. And he makes no mistake on that
Threw
one.
the Hail Mary down there.
Yeah, Hail Mary, and it worked. Santos now. Santos moves the ball over to Kalura here. Kalura looking for the open man. He doesn't find the open man, but he finds somebody on the inside. And Achonwa looks like he grabbed a little bit of contact there. Yes, he did, and he will be heading to the line to shoot 2.
Minute 26 here.
Yeah, just under a minute and a half remaining in the first half. 9-point lead for Humber. As their offense continues to cruise and their defense hasn't had too many mistakes so far, other than the amount of fouls, obviously, that they're committing. So that's 1 for 2 now for Achonwa. As he steps up to the line for his second. And he'll make it 2 for 2. Perfect trip to the line that time. And pulls Mohawk to within 9. Nice move inside there. Surprise, no call. And now we'll be out of bounds. And CJ Bennett puts up the 3 there after the whistle.
Doesn't count, though.
And that'll be a timeout now for Mohawk with just over a minute remaining here in the first half. Pretty tight game, but not that tight. Not tight enough like Mohawk would
Still down
probably
by 9
want it.
points.
Well, when you're down by 9, that's almost a double-digit differential there. And I can't see Mohawk. Mohawk hasn't exactly shown me, anyways, that they're wanting to get back into this game. So we take a look there at a furious Brian Junker. And now we move it out to the crowd. They're all pumped up. We got a nice crowd on hand here. We got a nice crowd on hand. Actually, our old roommate was dancing in that. I'm pretty sure I spotted him. Everyone loves having a good time. I don't know if because Mohawk, I feel like some of the support here is for the Humber Hawks. They have a huge support team with them, but it looks to me like most of the fans here tonight are for your Mohawk Mountaineers. And with that, that timeout is completed. Mohawk ball here now as Santos takes this one in. And Santos all alone as he gets around and lays it in.
Nice little move to get that basket there.
Yeah, a little do-it-yourself play as he just kind of kicks into turbo there and gets around the defender. Gets around Rose with that one. Rose now feeds it out. Gets that one to CJ Bennett. CJ Bennett no good on the short attempt. But Rose gets it back as he feeds this one around back to Bennett again. Bennett, look at that. He's running. He tries to draw the contact, but no luck. And now there will be contact. As Calero. And there is the technical foul, just like I thought was going to happen. Patrick O telling the referee that he didn't make that call on their side of the court, but made it on Mohawk's side of the court. And guess what? That's a technical.
He was also trying to say that they didn't warn him about it either, so he shouldn't have even been able to get the technical, according to him.
You know, he's not completely wrong on that one, but I feel as the refs have final decision. If they really feel as though you deserve the technical, they will give it to you. I don't know too many refs that like to just throw out technicals like they're no tomorrow.
It seems like the coach has been limping off a little bit, so,
Yeah.
the refs probably aren't wanting too much of that.
Yeah, Calero goes good on the first one there. So they try and mix them up, but no good on the psych out. So he goes 2 for 2, and Mohawk will gain possession. Achongwa to inbound this one here.
Mohawk within 4 now.
Yeah, and they've had a nice little comeback in it. 31 seconds left. If they're able to drain a 3, they're able to drain a 3 here and bring themselves to within 1. That would be very impressive. And speaking of that, Santos grabs that 3. 39-38. What a nice shot there as he finds the open man, and Santos being huge in this quarter.
What a gorgeous shot.
9 seconds left here on the game clock. We'll see if they can put one up. Santos challenging him to take the shot. He doesn't. He tries to get it away. And back-to-back tips on those shots mean that there is no attempt at the buzzer beater. But Mohawk getting basically their buzzer beater as they get that big 3 there from Santos to make it only a 1-point differential.
What a game we've got going here, just as you'd expect between these teams.
Yeah, well, I would say that I would expect Humber to be leading by quite a bit by this point. I'm rather impressed with Mohawk. I'm rather impressed that we were impressed with the girls and they lost. So it's so hard when you're playing the Humber Hawks. I feel like they're almost in a league of their own, where you go to play them and you're like, well, we're playing these guys. But Mohawk's been really, really good, and we're going to take some highlights of how good they've been. So you see a nice layup there by Kalura, followed by a nice lay-in for Humber. And there's been lots of contact. It's been a real hard-fought game, you could say. Been lots of fouls, and that was one of the nice spin moves there by Lamar Barr, and that was the beautiful 3. Lots of nice lay-ins. They did a lot better job there, Wes, of working it inside than trying to force the outside shot in that quarter.
All that smarter drive plays. You're not going to get much when you're just trying to force it and shoot from the outside.
No, when you're shooting from the perimeter, you won't have much luck unless you're, well, Steph Curry. So,
but I don't see him here tonight.
No, he didn't make it. No, he didn't make an appearance tonight.
We invited him.
Are back here with the second half of play. Mohawk taking on Humber College here, and Humber with the early lead, but that one trimmed to 1 with a big 3 by Santos late in the first half. More about that in just a moment, but we're going to get back to the game. Yeah, Santos, huge 3 there. Gets 8. They were behind by what, 9 there with just like a minute and a half left to go in the half. Santos with a huge 2, followed by a bigger 3.
The Humber coach was doing a pretty good job of executing his strategy of getting more points than the other team and putting the orange thing in the basket more times than the other team. It's working pretty well for him so far.
Yeah, and they were really successful until about like a minute left.
Until they stopped putting the orange ball into the net more times than
it's
the other
funny
team.
how that works, right? Your strategy is to put the ball in the net more times than your opponent, and you stop doing that, and all of a sudden you stop winning. Or you come close anyways.
And all of a sudden your strategy's done with.
Yeah, 39-38 here as we get set to start the second half of play. Muhammad off of Humber went 2 for 2 in the first half. Ejim went 3 for 8. And Kerwin Elvis went 4 for 6. So good shooting so far from the Humber squad in general. Speaking of good shooting, that was a good shot. And I believe he's going to the line to make this a 3-point play, and he is. CJ Bennett grabbing that one there really close. And as we look back at his stats from the first half, he was 3 for 8, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and no good on that one, so make it 2 for 3. Mohawk grabs this one back, gives it over. And the big rebound there by Benet. So he tips that one and gets it back over to Makuna. Now he's spreed Kalura that's wide open, but he couldn't seem to drop in the layup.
A finger roll from one end goes all the way back to a finger roll at the other end.
Yeah, well, only one of them ended up being successful, though. Lamar Barr shoots that one out to Achono, gets it back, goes for the three. No good there by Lamar Barr.
We mentioned earlier the teams aren't going to be able to do too much if they're just trying to force it from the outside.
Oh, no, and that's 0 for 4 to start the game for Lamar Barr from deep, so he's definitely one of the guys that he just means he needs to stop doing that. Because this team will give him that three opportunity because they know he can hit it, but he just hasn't hit it tonight. And that one was hit, though. Number 12. Emmanuel Makuna grabbing the three-pointer there.
Beauty little shot there.
Yeah, and he was 1 for 2 in the first half, making him 2 for 3 now from deep. Another deep ball there, CJ Bennett. CJ Bennett nails one from deep to put them right back. 46-41 now, 5-point differential. Nice shot there, but rimmed and out. This one moved over to Muhammad as Humber pulls down the board. Looks for one deep, and he nails that one. Kenny Ejim grabs the big three, and Mohawk with the timeout. Brian Junker visually angry. You can understand why.
This team went from going behind 1 point to having an 8-point differential like nothing.
Yeah, we're going to look up some highlights here as they were hitting them from deep right there. Look at that. That was a beautiful shot.
Humber picking up a lot more total rebounds than Mohawk.
Yeah, well,
With
Mohawk
Humber having 26 and Mohawk only having 22.
Yeah, well, 4 rebounds isn't that big of a deal, but
It'll add up.
Mohawk was hoping to come in here and focus on their rebounds. Brian Junker obviously was huge on that in the pregame, told us about it, and he hasn't completely been effective here tonight. Patrick O grabbing that technical foul in the first half. We came out, we were standing here, Wes, and the ref came over and asked him if he was all right now. And I've never heard a ref quite be that savage before in my day. Maybe I haven't played enough sports.
I guess not.
No, apparently.
And a big dunk.
Yeah, huge dunk there.
First dunk of the night.
Yeah, as Kenny Ajim goes up and grabs that one. Lamar Barr comes back. Not quite a dunk, but he lays that one in with a nice little layup. A little cut stick move there.
A little answer back.
Yeah, it was a nice little answer back after that big dunk. 51-43 here, Humber over Mohawk. Jab step, hits him. Braden Lenter's coming into the game now. As Frank Benet will come out that one. Oh, looking for the three right off the inbound, but no good. Mohawk basketball now. Lenter, looking for someone to get that into. He gets it into Lamar Barr. Lamar Barr taking this one all the way down the court, but then he feeds. Nice little move over to Kalura. No luck on the three. That one looked real clear. Lamar Barr can't seem to get his shots to sink here tonight. That will be a pushing call.
against Humber.
Yes, Lenters will pass this one in now. CJ Bennett will keep the press. Kalura gets this one. Screen there. So he gets around Bennett. Over to Lamar Barr. Now he can see Lenters. Lenters gets stuck. He's stuck in the corner. Lamar comes over to help out. Barr now with it. Back to Lenters. Lenters lets the 3 go. No good from Lenters there. Oh, but big offensive rebound there and almost a steal, but no good. But that one was a steal. As here comes Humber back down court. And no good there on the layup from Ajim. Rebounded by Mohawk as they bring the ball back up the court. Quick 3 there, and he hits it. With the man in his face, Emmanuel Makuna didn't seem to care.
It was only a 2. Must have been on the line.
Yeah, foot must have been on the line there. So it looked very close to a 3.
Braden Lenters tried to keep the ball inbounds, but ended up throwing it right to the Humber squad.
Chonwa now pass this one off to Lenters. Back over from Makuna. And then that one goes to Kalura, sorry. And he bobbles that one. I'm not sure whose ball this will be. It's a foul call. Neil Santos getting a little bit more playing time here after he hit that big 3 to end the first half. I was surprised that they didn't start him here coming out in the second half. Maybe a mistake there by Coach Brian Junker. He had a lot of momentum, and the team had a lot of momentum leaving that. But now it's 53-45 for Humber over Mohawk. Kalura going for that one, but he hits it off the rim. And CJ Bennett will grab that one. A quick pass, but that one's stolen. And now nobody around Ochona as he goes for the dunk, but just lightly puts this one in over the rim for the easy 2 points. No luck pass from Elvis. No good, though, on the finish. Neil Santos has it now. As he just got nailed there.
That was a big body check.
Yeah, nothing else you can call it even. Nothing else you can even call it there. Nathaniel Nelson taking out Neil Santos real hard. Neil Santos looking all right, though. He's a tough little guy. He's used to having mismatches there. So he'll grab the ball now off the inbound. Feeds it to the inside. Lenters has it 1 foot in the paint now as he tries to push his way in. He puts up the hook shot, but no good. And no call there as the body flew to the ground on Hunter. Going for the big alley-oop, but no luck. They get the offensive board anyways and put back the 2.
Humber still leading by 8 here.
Trying to recreate that beautiful alley-oop pass they had in the first quarter. Santos hits that one off the side of the backboard. Puts it out to Kalura. Kalura looking for it. No good. Santos fighting for that one, but Humber regains it. CJ Bennett now as he fights his way into the paint. And that'll be an offensive foul with a charging call there.
Claridge just had no luck from that 3-point line tonight.
Oh, God, no. He's got to stop at 1 point. You got to tell yourself enough's enough. I haven't seen Lamar Barr put one up so far in this half. So hopefully Kalura will follow suit and smarten up a little bit. Lenters going for the 3, but that's no good. But he gets his own offensive board after a 3-pointer. And he'll miss that one as well. Patrick O giving his team a little bit of advice here. He's not really happy with them despite the despite the sizable advantage. I think he'd like a little bit more. There's Calero, passes it over to Santos. Santos goes for the 3. No good there on the look.
These Humber coaches very hungry, never satisfied even when they're winning.
Even the assistant coach is very vocal, and that's one thing I've noticed that I haven't seen a whole lot of, is the assistant coach is being very vocal. Always used to the head coach giving a piece of his mind, but the assistant coach is here. Very, very helpful, it seems, to this Humber squad. And now we're going to get 2 shots here for number 9, Stefan Grucic. He goes to the line for 2. And he comes from Ottawa, Ontario. Happens to be where I'm from. There's 2 guys on this Humber squad. When we looked at the girls' Humber squad, they were all from the GTA. Multiple players here not from the GTA, although most of the team for Humber has been made up of players from the 6. Neil Santos now bringing it up court. He drives in really hard. Nice little spin pass there to Lenters. Lenters goes for the hook shot, but no good on that one. I believe he drew contact there and will be heading to the line.
That was a body.
And now Humber's put themselves into bonus. And fouls possibly the only downfall of Humber in this entire game.
That's the second time they've done that this game.
Yep. Lenters misses the first one. Looking to make it 1 for 2. Here comes Humber back down court. So Rose has that one. Oh, big steal by Dalmage as he keeps possession there and gives it off to Lenters. Passes it off to Calero. That's Calero, sorry.
And Humber got the ball out of the whole ordeal.
Yeah, after all that confusion. There was Elvis passed it around. They fed Daquan Cathcart, and he nailed the 3. They're really moving the ball around now on the perimeter.
Humber leading by 11 now.
Lenters passes that one over to Santos. Santos looking for the screen, doesn't get it though. It's almost picked off there. It's Calera. Gets it back to Santos from his bum. Santos looks for the net and draws the contact there, I believe. That should be 2 shots. And Daquan Cathcart calling it the good foul there, and it was. Neil Santos, the Hamilton, Ontario native, point guard for your Mohawk Mountaineers. Nails the first one. And he'll look to make it 2 for 2 here. Lamar Bard looks to come back on and spark this comeback. And he'll hit the second one now.
Puts Mohawk back within 9.
And as I just was speaking of, Lamar Barr coming onto the court, looking to get something going for his team here, and they're going to need him to heat up if they have any chance of coming back in this one. 9-point differential, 59-50, just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. And that one, beautiful. Daquan Cathcart hitting 2 threes in a row. Here comes Dalmage. And Dalmage loses the handle on that one. Rose with the steal. Looks for Kerwin Elvis, but Kerwin Elvis, I think, possibly stepped out of bounds. And he did step out of bounds. So now it will be Mohawks ball on their own baseline as they feed it up to Santos, and he's moving up with some speed. Passes that one off to Lenters. Oh, but Lenters almost gets that one poked away from him. And there's Calera. Calero gets that bucket. And he's been very noticeable here in this quarter.
Trying to keep Mohawk within 10 here.
Yeah, at one point they're going to have to start the comeback, but they get... Oh, and he was looking for his third in a row, but Daquan Cathcart just couldn't seem to hit it. And look at the falling. And John Talmadge with a smile on his face, knowing that he's a big faker, or at least calling him that, as he fell on Daquan Cathcart. And that's a little disgusting there of a call. After it went out of bounds, I think they switched the call. Mohawk definitely wanted that ball back, but they just didn't get it. Less than a minute here to go in the third frame. And they look for the three, but that's no good from the outside. They grab the offensive board as Humber is just playing with Mohawk now. They go for the three again, and no good, but they get the offensive board, and it's blocked.
A huge block.
Roman Calero. Ten-point differential here, 62-52. As Braden Lenters will be heading to the line here to shoot two. Also a Hamilton, Ontario native. Assistant coach Kobe Ajayoba attempting to try and tell Jordan Rose there that he needs to keep his head down and draw those charging fouls. Oh, now Lamar Barr has this one. He's like triple man there, but he gives this one off to Santos, and Santos got some room to work, and he's going to drain the layup.
What a nice little drive he had there.
Yeah, right in the paint, wasting no time, and then look at that! Santos doing it on his own. I believe he just drew the charging call there. And he did. Braden Lenters is going to, he's going to inbound this one. What a play by Neil Santos after getting the bucket, coming back and grabbing. And this one quickly over to Lamar Barr, but Lamar Barr just can't seem to hit the buzzer beater as he misses the layup.
It's the end of our third quarter there.
62-55. Humber leads over Mohawk.
Sitting up by 7.
Yeah, and we're going to get a look at the highlights here from that quarter. And what some highlights we did have. There was some serious offense going on both ways. That deep ball working from both ends, mostly from Humber's side, though.
Mostly from Humber. Mohawk's far out game really hasn't been that great tonight.
No, shooting from the perimeter, not their strong
They need to
suit.
focus on their drives. That's really what's been keeping them in this game.
Yeah, and if they continue to do that, they might actually be able to build a comeback here like they've started to. But they're going to have to finish that. That was the attempt at the dunk there. I thought for sure he was going to slam that one down, but he just tucked it in. But look at the three. Like, that's money. Even with the hand in the face, like, they just don't seem to care. But, yeah, you can tell that the Mohawk, when they get in the paint, and they're even Santos has been huge in the paint tonight. And he is, like, possibly the smallest guy on Mohawk's team.
Coach just giving his team a pep talk here, trying to get him back into this game. They're not out by much. Humber just clearly just chilling.
Yeah, they don't seem to have too many
They don't seem
worries.
very bothered or anything.
They aren't even focused, whereas Mohawk's trying to huddle up here, and Humber isn't even having a discussion. We see an assistant coach talking to Rose, but that's about it. Trying to explain a little something. Looking at the shooting percentages from that quarter, though, Mohawk, 26% in the second half from field goal range versus 40% in the second half for Humber. So
Kalura is 2 for 13 in shots.
yeah, he's been downright just awful. Like, they went from 37%, they dropped 11% from the first half just in that third quarter. So they're going to have to try and figure something out, because it might look like they're a little bit closer, but realistically, like, they were 1 point behind coming into that quarter, and there's no reason for that to happen to them.
No.
Other than them, like we've said so many times, forcing shots. Look at that. See, you go for the 2, you get the 2.
Nice
Lamar
easy
Bar. Easy shot.
And now they're within 5 after that.
Yeah, trying to bring this to within 2-point possession. Need a stop here, but that's not going to be
But a
stopped.
big dunk's going to kill their momentum there.
Yeah, a little bit there. As Byron Trench just nails that one. Lamar Barr, I almost lose this one here, but he re-establishes control of the ball. Achonwa feeds it out. Wasn't a nice pass, or else he would have had an open 3. Here comes Frank Benet. Frank Benet with the 2. No good. Lamar Barr gets the offensive rebound. No good as well. Sorry, that was...
And Humber just throws the ball out of bounds.
That was Makuna.
After a
had-
bad pass there.
Yeah, that was Makuna that had that opportunity, just missed. They pass it in here now. Just 1 minute into this final frame. And that's no good for
Tried to get the
Mohawk.
windmill.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Jordan Francis here, taking the ball as he passes it off to Muhammad. That was Byron Trench there. He was no good. And end up grabbing it.
Roman Calero having a very strong game so far, along with Emmanuel Makuna.
Yeah, both those guys have been helping out Mohawk a lot.
4 for 5.
Yeah, strong shooting games. It's kind of just been a couple guys from Mohawk bringing that percentage down. A 9-point differential here.
But Kerwin Elvis is also making huge strides.
Yeah, well, I was very
For
noticeable for
Humber.
me. Well, about a couple minutes into the game, he finished off a real nice alley-oop.
He's got 11 points and he's 5 for 7 in total shots.
Yeah, well, he went 3 for 3 in the first quarter, I remember, and he's been pretty sharp since too.
He's now sitting 5 for 7.
That one, they'll get that one back, and Achonwa grabbing that one.
The Mohawk is within 6.
Yeah, there's a three possession game here. They try and pull within, but they are going to have to stop easy looks like that as the inside just gets beat and CJ Bennett puts that one back. Lamar Barr here takes the ball up as he's going to have to try and get some plays rolling. He looks for the screen but doesn't receive one. And there's Lamar Barr grabbing the easy layup there, at least making it look easy. And strong defense there. And that one, well, Braden Lenters is going to come on now as Mohawk takes possession. And Emmanuel Makuna going to have this one. As he passes into Lamar Barr, Emmanuel Makuna gets the ball back. Oh, and a strong play there by Braden Lenters. He flattens CJ Bennett.
That was a defensive foul.
Yeah, and that'll send Kenny Ajim to the line now. Taking a look at how he's been from the line tonight. Actually, these are his first shots of the game. And if anything, if you're Mohawk and you want to have something to look up to, the fact that you've only committed enough fouls to allow 5 points for the other team. That's pretty good.
That's pretty impressive.
They've only had 9 team fouls in the entire game, and that's a clean game out. You'd like to think. Maybe they have to get a little bit dirtier defensively, though. They haven't been drawing enough good fouls and making them earn their points at the line.
No.
And a Lamar Barr's going to hit that one. So that's going to be 70-64 as they're keeping within 6 here, but they're going to have to pick it up here. Just under 7 minutes to go in this game. Offensive rebound, and that one's going to get called now. And he seemed almost angry at there. Byron Trench seemed like he was mad, but pretty sure he got the call there. And he did. First one, good. First one good for Byron Trench now. The Toronto, Ontario native, the third-year player. Goes for his second now, but no good on that one. So he goes 1 for 2 for the line in his first trip. Santos now looking for Lamar Bayer. He looked like he was going to go for the 3 there, but he ends up passing it off to Lenters. Smart play as Lenters drives in deep. And the ball almost gets back. Achono almost with it, but it ends up slipping around, and Muhammad gets the board. Muhammad passes this one off to Trench. Sorry, that was Ajim there. Ajim again with it, and he sinks his second opportunity. Make it 73-64 for Humber over Mohawk now. 6:01 remaining. That was Kalura going for that one, but he had no...
Another 3 miss.
Yeah, and he's just been trying way too hard on that one. And look at that. And now he's a miscue on defense as they get that one in, but Lenters just rips that one out. And now here's Santos. And catch me if you can, Neil Santos.
What speed?
All the way down the court in 4 seconds flat. Neil Santos gets the easy layup. Brian Jonker calling to get a stop here, and they do. And it will be Mohawk basketball. I'm not going to say there's a time for a big play. Because...
Down 9 here.
Down by a few. Down 73-66. You got to kind of think to yourself, do we go for it? I would think they'd have to go for it, but not quite yet. There's still over 5 minutes left in this game, so that's a lot of time.
Still got time to play some smart ball.
Uh-oh. Here's no man's land for Kalura as he was caught on a 2-on-1.
That was not very smart ball, though.
No, it was very, very easy for Humber there, just giving them the free 2 points. Look at Santos working his way in. And another one! What is with this kid? The small guy working it in the paint tonight. Strong defense there. And called for the contact, but I'm not sure if there was any contact. Doesn't matter. CJ Bennett going to the line here, shooting 2. Here is CJ Bennett. Here he goes again. And good again. Manuel Makuna coming back on now as they're trying to get their superstars in line.
Just about halfway through the 4th?
Yeah, almost. And almost through the halfway through the last frame here. We have 4:45 left. Santos has the ball as he passes it off to Barr, and Barr sees an opening and he goes for it, but he is stuffed. Now CJ Bennett's going to be making a little trip off for Kenny Ajim, as possibly just trying to give him a breather.
Good, Kenny. Stay down.
And no good there on the chance from Makuna as they hustle back down court now. Moves this one around now as he finds Rose. Rose finds Elvis. Elvis finds Daquan Cathcart, and he continues to have a huge game from the three-point line, making 3 of his last 4.
That's impressive.
Very impressive. Here's Santos. Oh, he looks for it, and he draws the contact. Make it 3 shots for Neil Santos. Such a smart play there. He went for it. He pump faked it, drew the block in, and then just jumped into the block. I believe that will be 3 now.
Humber now leading Mohawk at 80-68.
Lamar Barr is going to take a seat now as Romel Kalura comes back in. And I'm not sure if he deserves to be back in this game, Wes. Dreadful the night from the floor.
And that puts Mohawk within 10. Let's see if we can hit this one.
And no good on that one.
Okay, let him dig in. Let's go. Get a stop. Communicate.
Mohawk basketball here. Scalera finds Lenters real quick off the inbound. Off to Santos. Back to Kalura. Let's see if he wants it. No, he gives it back to Lenters. Lenters going in for the big play. Sees Makuna wide open.
Drains the 3.
And that'll pull them to within 7 here with just under 4 remaining. And Humber grabbing the ball back and easily getting the 2 points. And Kalura missing another one. At one point, you got to start passing the ball. Oh, my.
An absolutely huge dunk.
Destructive. Can we call it destructive? I'm surprised he didn't shatter the backboard on that one.
I don't know. I don't know if he's a Shaquille O'Neal.
And there you go. Kalura trying. And then right back with it, Kerwin Elvis grabs the contact and gets the and 1 play here as he tries to make it 3-pointer. Humber attempting to put this one out of reach here from Mohawk as it's 86-76 with just over 3 minutes remaining. Mohawk's gotten 14 fouls this quarter, and Humber's grabbed 2, so Mohawk's definitely not going to want to grab another one if they want to get back into this game. Kerwin Elvis here. Big game for him so far. Missed that one, though. Strong defense here as they don't allow them to get on the fast break. Oh, but that was weak on the inside. As Calero drains that one. Fighting off the contact to get to the rim.
Gets the and 1.
Yeah, and he will be sent to the line now as he tries to make this a 3-point play. Another Hamilton, Ontario native here for this Mohawk basketball team. Throws it up. And that one's good. Mohawk trying to get something going here. Down by 7 once again, but every time they get within a certain amount, it seems as though Humber just puts it back up to that same amount. Speaking of which, CJ Bennett goes for this one, but then he is blocked. And a strong play by Braden Lenters to get that one away. Santos looks for it. Kalura. No good.
Still cannot hit a 3.
Kalura back on defense now as he just gets moved around. And Calero comes down with that one. Oh, and that one was straight to CJ Bennett. Way too easy from that one. And then that one's an easy assist. Straight to Kenny Ajim. And those kind of mistakes are going to kill Mohawk this late in the game. Over to Lamar Barr now.
Time out. I don't want it now.
And Kenny Ho, not really sure if he wanted that timeout or not. He called for the timeout, said, no, I don't want it anymore. and then ended up calling it anyways, just at the last second. As Humber sits comfortably in front of Mohawk here by 9 points, 88-79 with just over 2 minutes left remaining. There is still time for Mohawk to get back into this one, but they're going to want to do it sooner rather than later. Lots of dancing going on. Lots of dancing going on in the crowd here tonight.
I would expect no less.
Everyone likes being on camera. It doesn't matter if it's an NBA game or an OCAA game. You always love to get on TV.
You can tell your mom you're famous now.
Exactly. And if you miss these games ever, you can always just hop onto YouTube and check out M-Link. That YouTube channel provides you with all of the OCAA games live streamed right in live moment, and also the recaps and full games released after the live event has aired. As we're just about set here to get back underway, 2:01 remaining, 14 seconds on the shot clock here, as Braden Lenters will inbound this one. So he's looking for Makuna there, but doesn't get him. Gets Lamar Barr, but Lamar Barr's stuffed, and they go for a Hail Mary pass down the court, and Elvis gets that one kept in, and then the putback. What an effort there, as the third chance opportunity on the putback for Kenny Ajim after a real good hustle play by Kerwin Elvis for Humber.
Mohawk going up by 11 with just under 2 minutes left here.
Yeah, Mohawk's going to have to do something to get it back. And that's
another missed three is not going to help them.
No. Kalura, I don't know why. Well, I don't know what's in his head tonight. That one's money, though.
You'd think after you missed the first 5 threes, you would stop throwing them.
Yeah. And they're just going to give it back to him. Okay, that's fine. Humber hit a 3 there. If we go for another one, I doubt we'll hit it. There you go. Smart play there, going for the 2 points and getting it on the drive into the paint.
Little spin move there.
No, Kenny Ajim will be coming off. Or maybe he's just talking to... Yeah, and he will be coming off. And Daquan Cathcart, the big 3 shooter tonight for Humber, as if they needed a big 3 shooter, has come through with some really big shots.
Hey, no threes. We can give the 2. Kerwin,
Santos now, bringing this one up court, grabs the screen from Lamar Barr. Then Lamar Barr gets his hands on it, but he almost loses that one. He doesn't really know where to go with it. He's on the ground now as he passes it off to Lenters. Lenters with Santos. Santos hits the 3, but no good from Santos there. And 40 seconds left in this game. Just about all but over for Mohawk. It was a very hard-fought game for them, as they did really well for the bigger part of this game, but at the end, just overall skill and athleticism was the downfall for Mohawk, as they are going to fall here.
I think the 3-point line was the downfall for Mohawk.
You know what? You might not be wrong there, Wes. You actually might be onto something, as they just... We talked about it in the first quarter.
If you just look at the pure difference in the amount of 3-pointers that Humber has hit versus Mohawk.
We legitimately...
That's definitely your score difference right there.
I would have to agree. Mohawk, we talked about it in the first quarter, Mohawk forcing those 3-pointers, and then it was like nobody mentioned it on the bench.
And they didn't stop.
And they just didn't stop. They're like, okay, we're just going to keep throwing up 3s, like just trying to go for it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Santos took one. Actually, Santos has been one of the few bright spots, I would say, for Mohawk. He's been very impressing me. Other than there, he just kind of let that one go. Lamar Bar gets the tip there, but that one goes out of bounds. And that will do it as the time runs down here. Humber takes this one 95-81. And I'm still impressed with Mohawk. I've been impressed with Mohawk all day. You know what? They might have walked away from this with 2 losses, and it might just look like they took big losses. But
they played a hard-fought game.
They fought really hard. We're going to take some highlights. Look at some highlights about how hard they fought. And I mean,
it's a big dunk right there.
Oh, some huge dunks from Kenny Ajim. He was outstanding.
That's a big 3 right there. I think that's the only 3 of the game that Mohawk hit.
They had a couple, but most of them were from Santos. Santos was huge. He had a great game in general. A lot of good drives to the net. A lot of good plays in the paint. But Santos alone was not enough to stop this strong Humber Hawks team as they roll along and take this one rather easily at the end.
Becoming 15-0 now.
Yeah, becoming 15-0 on the season, along with their girls. They're continuing to just destroy as they've won over 70 games.
And another big dunk there.
So that'll do it for tonight. Join us next time as we have a game on February 7th and the 10th, which are going to be rather exciting as Mohawk tries to make a push for the playoffs here. For West Linwood, I'm Cody Lake, and we thank you for joining us here this evening for OCAA basketball on Mohawk TV. Good night and enjoy.